In this lesson, I'm going to be playing some of my original tunes for you, talking a little bit about where some of the chords come from, how to improvise through the changes on these tunes. Also included in this lesson are PDFs, both for the songs that I'm going to be playing, and some other ones as well. I'll play you some of those melodies too. So I'd be flattered if you wanted to play some of these tunes, but my goal here is just to share some ideas for chords, voice leading, and putting chords in a context. In my experience, the best way to retain new chords is in the context of an arrangement. There are some great chord books out, like the Ted Green chord chemistry book, the McGoodrick chord books, with a wealth of fantastic chords in them. But I think it's a little intimidating if you're seeing pages of unfamiliar fingerings. By the way, I'd also recommend Randy Vincent. I like him too. So, no shortage of great chords out there, but I would also suggest that you either learn some chord melody arrangements or try to create some of your own chord solos to retain new shapes. Simple pleasures. So again, my goal here in sharing these tunes with you is just to help you understand some different chord shapes and how they're functioning in the context of an arrangement. My suggestion would be just to take a look at one or two bars of any one of these tunes that we're going through tonight or today, and see if you can use them in a more conventional standard, 2-5-1, etc. Okay, here's the blowing. It's a little bit simpler. I'm doing E minor, to an E7, to an A11, G major, Lydian, F Lydian, A major augmented. And I'm doing F Lydian to D melodic minor, then my 2-5 to B flat. And I'm doing F major augmented, C minor, B7. So I've eliminated the mixed meter. I've sort of trimmed some of the harmony bit to make the blowing a little bit more fun. Let me do the whole melody one more time for you, and then take a solo. I'll take the melody out. Here's Tapioca Time. using melodic minor chords as dominant chords. So you might know this version of a minor ninth chord. Here's a minor major 9 in the key of E. This is E, G, D sharp, and F sharp. That's also a very nice A13 with a sharp 11. So that means by extension, lots of E melodic minor shapes I'm using. If you're not familiar with melodic minor chords, there are books full of melodic minor voicings, and there are many in some of my PDFs for these songs as well. But a melodic minor voicing, by extension, is also a dominant voicing with tension. We have 4 modes of the melodic minor that generate different degrees of tension over dominant. I think you probably know many of them already. The altered scale, which is the one I demonstrated earlier. This translates to me into melodic minor ideas, chord scales, arpeggios, a half step above the dominant chord. The one I just played for you, Lydian dominant, has the least amount of tension. That's the 4th mode, which translates into melodic minor chord scales and arpeggios a fifth above. So against A dominant, I would play E melodic minor voicing. So, okay. So lots of unfamiliar chord shapes and maybe some fingerings that are a little awkward for you. Again, my goal here is just to introduce you to some new harmony and hopefully allow you to pull some of these chords out of my unfamiliar original context and use it in a situation that's more familiar to you, like a standard, a blues, etc. If you're not familiar with the augmented major, which pops up a couple of times in this tune, there's a very simple formula for that using the relative melodic minor. This translates into the 3rd mode of the melodic minor.